Binge Pipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. We paid a creative firm $2 million for this name.
Hey friends, Cookie Masterson here to tell you that Binge Pipe turns Mondays into fun days and weekends into strong beginnings. And they have an outstanding copywriter. Since it's just the two of us, how about you slip me $10 and we'll skip the hard ones. Okay, it's time.
Time for question one.
To get started, Charles Deep Sea Dickens. If you read a book about a sad yet street-smart sea urchin, he would most likely say,
"Please, sir, have pity on me. I got no heart, mouth, feet,
or,
anus."
and how'd we do? Sea urchins do not have a heart. But that doesn't mean they can't love. Love is universal. You know, like uni in sushi. No? Okay, never mind.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Try this on for size. Dead meat cute. I had a fun date last night. I wanted to watch a romantic comedy and she wanted to see someone die. Love can be complicated. Which of these romantic movies has the highest death count? Sleepless in Seattle, The Big Sick, Moulin Rouge, or The Notebook? Let's see how that shook out. Due to war and tragic disease, 6 people end up dead in this tearjerker leg breaker. At this point, it's obvious that Nicholas Sparks is just the angel of death with a beach house.
Why don't we do it with 3?
It's time for Save the World in Style, courtesy of this or that. I'm going to read you 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a popular brand of jeans or a humanitarian organization. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between denim or humanitarianism. Here it comes. Oxfam. True Religion. Citizens of Humanity. All Hands. Humanitarian Coalition. 7 for All Mankind. Interaction. You barely rose above my expectations. Okay, let's move along.
I don't need you anymore.
And now, an inconvenient fiction. Which classic literary character would hate wind farms the most? Scrooge, Hamlet, Heathcliff, or... Okay, let's take a look. In Miguel de Cervantes' novel of the same name, Don Quixote mistook windmills for giants and tried to attack them. So a wind farm filled with hundreds of power-generating windmills would probably seem like an army of giants. This one's called Dial Ah for Murder. Which murderer committed the worst crime but has the mildest burn? First-degree murderer with third-degree burns, first-degree murderer with first-degree burns, second-degree murder. So what'd you pick? First-degree murder is the most serious murder conviction in the U.S., yet a first-degree burn is the least serious type of burn. Now, how do they sentence arsonists? That's the end of round 1. Seriously, I have a lot of money on you. Don't let me down. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, back at it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Next, RuPaul the Day. If I had one complaint about reality TV, it's too many humans and not enough mechanized flying machines. If the next season of RuPaul's Drag Race focused exclusively on airplanes, how could contestants reduce drag while staying fierce? Change direction and work the runway, decrease surface friction, and... I love this part. The less surface friction, the less drag. Shantae, you stay. Of course, RuPaul would still be human, although I'm pretty sure she could fly if she wanted to.
Hey, question.
We'd like to offer you a chance to gain some content while also losing some other content. Would you like a formal question or a question that keeps things casual? Choose your content. You have chosen.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Up next, a question that keeps things casual. I was just wondering, if you're not doing anything else, could you tell me which of these is not one of Ashton Casual Kutcher's movies? No strings attached, just friends. A lot like... Okay, what'd you pick? Ryan Reynolds was the star of Just Friends. The studio thought about casting Ashton, but they just couldn't commit.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
This one's known as HBO No, I Have Food Poisoning. According to the Mayo Clinic, how long can you safely keep the leftovers on your DVR before you should throw it out? 1 to 2 days, 3 to 4 days, 5 to 6 days, or 7 to 8 days? And how do we do? In order to prevent foodborne illness, the Mayo Clinic recommends refrigerated leftovers are only safe to eat for 3 to 4 days. Any longer and you might Justin throw up. Behold, your corporate family. Ugh, they don't pay me enough to read this stuff.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you earn money working as a paper boy, we recommend taking a trip to Atlanta, Broad City, Twin Peaks, or Jersey Shore.
Let's see how that shook out.
Earn and Paperboy are characters in the FX TV show Atlanta.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Next up, vansplaining. What's something a woke Rip Van Winkle would say to those around him after waking from his 20-year nap? Washingtonians, gender is not binary. New Yorkers, cultural appropriation is bad. So what'd you pick? Rip Van Winkle, the short story by Washington Irving, takes place in the Catskill Mountains of New York State. An old white guy saying something progressive is how you know it's a work of fiction. You made it. Oh, I'm sorry, I was hosting a game. How stupid of me. Here's your clue. Weapon of choice. When you see a weapon on screen, pick the person or character famous for wielding it. Good luck. That's the game! Boy, you just barely pulled out a win with such stiff competition. Well, your secret genius is safe with me. Just remember,